Today's facilitator is the amazing Shalin Desai, and he is the director of the Art of Living, a volunteer training program. And Shalin is also an instructor here in the US, but he has also taught courses in India, Mexico, and Canada to people from all walks of life, whether they be students, entrepreneurs, doctors, teachers. And one thing that I personally love about Shalin is his skillful manner of combining wisdom and humor to bring out the best in all of us. And his courses are so much fun, and he is a joy to be around. So without further ado, let us wish Shalin a big welcome by giving him a big round of applause.
Thank you, Lydia, for a wonderful introduction. So once again, how are you all doing? Good. You know, the founder of the Art of Living, he sometimes jokingly says, fake it until you make it. So even if you're not doing great, well, fake it until we get there. What do you say? Yes? Good. So there are two ways of conducting today's session. One is, I can keep talking, you can keep listening, or we can have more of an interactive session. Which one do you prefer? Okay, so we're on the same page. Good, good. So to begin with, I would like you to get with 2 or 3 of your neighbors and discuss 2 things. One is, what is it that causes stress in your life? Number 1. And number 2 is, what is it that you would like to gain in your life? What are the 2 questions? What causes stress in your life? Day-to-day life, what are the things that causes stress? And second is, what is it you would like to gain in your life? So let's get with 2 or 3 of your neighbors and discuss these things. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, 30 seconds, 30 more seconds. We have quite a talkative group here today. So what is it that causes stress in your life? What will we share? Remember we had talked about having an interactive session? Yes? So what is it that causes stress? Yes?
I'm his wife.
That's what causes you
The second one, how can he handle that?
We'll talk about that also. With the right place. Yes. So I'd like to hear from others also. What is it that causes stress? Apart from your spouse, what else causes stress? Yes?
Poor health.
Poor health. Yes, true, very true.
Focusing too much on the past, not enjoying the present.
Focusing too much on the past, not enjoying the present. Overthinking things. Yeah, it's your mind, right, that gives you the most trouble. What else? Yes? Work. Yeah, work. It's true. Very true. Yes? Getting worried is a bad thing or a good thing. We'll talk about that. Yes?
You know what, putting me on stand, people stresses me. I not for you, but like pointing you.
You work harder to change something.
Yeah. So sometimes it's good. If too much of that, then it causes. Yes? Kids' future.
Restless mind, like you go to bed, start thinking about what happened before.
Yeah.
Sean, can you repeat what they're saying?
I'll repeat that. Yes. Yes.
The next day, what's it next? You don't know, just keep thinking that it's totally useless.
Is it restless mind? So when you're about to go to sleep, you keep thinking what happened throughout the whole day. You cannot go to sleep well, and next morning you cannot function well because of that. Yes?
Unnecessarily thinking what others will say.
Unnecessarily thinking what others will say. Yes?
Current state of affairs, politics.
Current state of affairs, politics. Yes? I get that a lot actually. Pressure caused by external force or circumstances. Yeah? Yes, yes.
So he was part of our discussion. He said like meeting expectations.
Meeting expectations, trying to meet expectations. Yeah? Causes stress. What else? Yes?
Just live.
Wanting to be perfect at everything you do. Anything else, anybody? I think you covered the whole gamut. Perfectionist, yeah? Yeah.
The weather.
The weather. Responsibilities in life. Financial, yeah? That's true.
Balancing work and home life.
Both balancing work and home life. Yeah. And what is it that, yeah, go ahead.
Visa status.
Visa immigration status. So what is it that you would like to gain in your life? If you talk about what causes stress, what is it that you would like to gain in your life?
Peace of mind.
More focus, peace of mind, nirvana, yes, liberation, yes. What else? What's that? Maybe more energy? More energy? Yes. Better health.
More time.
More time, yes. 24 hours is too little, right? We need more time. Yes?
They sleep like a child.
Sleep like a child, yeah? Being able to sleep like a baby.
Time for yourself.
Time for yourself. Very true. Yes? Be more present at the moment, yeah? Be there every moment. What else?
Attitude of gratitude.
Attitude of gratitude. Good. Yes? The back?
A trick, a magic to handle all these stresses.
Trick and magic to handle all the stresses. I think you're at the right place. So, there's an art to cook, there's an art to paint. What do you understand by the term, the art of living? What is the art of living for you? What is that art of living?
Breathing.
Breathing. Mm-hmm. True. What else? Laughing. Yes. Anything, whatever that art is for you, what is it for you?
Balance.
Living your life. Living your life to its full potential. Training your mind to be more positive. Yes.
Music.
Music. What else? Anybody else anything?
Living in grace, with grace,
What's that?
gracefully, living with
Living gracefully. Yes, very nice.
Knowing how to cope with stress.
Knowing how to cope with stress. Happiness.
Enjoying yourself.
Enjoying and not suffering, yes. True, enjoying life, not just suffering to the life. So, there was this professor, he was walking by the river, and as he's walking by the river, he sees a boatman. He tells the boatman, so he asks the boatman, I'll pay you $50. Can you please take me to the other side of the river? The boatman happily agrees. It's like, yeah, of course, why not? So as they both sit in the boat, about 10, 15 minutes into the boat ride, the professor was very inquisitive. So he asked his boatman, do you know anything about physics, how the different laws of physics work, and how the laws of physics work in a day-to-day life? And the boatman is really puzzled as to why is this guy asking me this. So he says, no, I do not. So the boatman says, the professor says, if you don't know anything about physics and the laws of physics, 25% of your life has gone to waste. Again, a few minutes down the line, the professor again asked the boatman, do you know anything about the financial markets, how the mutual funds and everything work? And the boatman is really puzzled. And what does the boatman say? No. So the professor says, if you don't know anything about the financial markets, mutual funds and all, 50% of your life has gone to waste. Again, few minutes along the line, the professor again asked the boatman, do you know anything about the statistics, how the different numbers work, how the different statistics work in a day-to-day life? And the boatman says, no. So the professor says, 75% of your life has gone to waste if you don't know all these things. By this time, we're almost halfway across the river. And now the boatman asks the professor, do you know swimming? And guess what does the professor say? No. Professor says no. The boatman says, there's a hole in the boat. The boat is going to sink. 100% of your life has gone to waste. So in your life, you have learned so many skills, so many arts, but we haven't learned how to manage our mind. Since you're kids, you're told, don't get angry, don't get stressed, manage yourself properly. But you have never been taught what to do when you get angry, what to do when these negative emotions come up, how to handle that. Neither at school nor at home we have been taught that. And that is the art, how to manage your mind. No, because when your mind is happy, when your mind is pleasant, you can enjoy anything in life. When the mind is not pleasant, even small things irritate you. Have you observed that or not? Yes. I was teaching this course, the 3-day workshop that we teach, the Art of Living Happiness course, at one of the biggest banks in our country. It was in New York City, and we had a group of about 50 employees who were taking the course. And on the last of the course, the VP of the division, she came to me and she's like, Shalin, I want to share something very interesting with you. I'm like, yeah. So she's like, last 6 months have been very tough on me, really hard on me. I went through a very, very bitter divorce. And the divorce took a toll on me. It really, really took a toll on me. It was very hard. So when I got done with it, I told myself that, I owe myself a nice vacation. And I booked a big long trip to Hawaii. And I went to Hawaii. I thought, I'll just need a break. And she's like, when I was in Hawaii, I was at this beautiful island there named Kauai. It's a pristine island. I was sitting on the beach one day and just enjoying the sunset. It was just beautiful. Nature, the sunset, the beach and everything. I was sitting there. And she said, but I could only enjoy that for 5 minutes. After that, my mind was again filled with those thoughts of anguish, anger, frustration, all that. And she's like, that's when I realized that I have to learn to make my mind pleasant before I learn anything else. Isn't that very profound? Yeah. Same thing with us, If you see, our mind, it can be such a, if it is pleasant, if it is working with you, it can be a joy. But if something is not working, if your mind is irritated, small things will bother you, right? If you see in Art of Living course, happiness course, which is a lot of breathing techniques, there's a connection between breath and emotion. How do you breathe when you're happy?
Slowly, deeply.
It's light breathing, it's a very light breathing. And how do you breathe when you're sad? That's a long sigh. And how do you breathe when you're angry? A lot of experience in the room. yeah, some people don't even breathe. So when you're angry, you see your breath is fast. Something is happening. There's a connection between breath and emotions. And with the help of your breath, you can actually better manage your emotions. In the Art of Living, the 3-day course, happiness course, we teach this very powerful breathing technique, the sky technique. 20 to 25 minutes practice of that breathing technique every day leaves you fresh and energetic for the entire day. Would you like to get a taste of one of the breathing techniques?
Yes.
So much enthusiasm. Yes? Alright. So before we do any breathing techniques, we have to perform a ritual. So just raise your right hand. What we'll do is we'll reach out to you if there are pockets or purses or wallets. Take out our phone and put it on silent mode. Yes? Let's all do it. So, I'll teach you breathing technique. We'll do some breath work, and then I'll guide you through meditation. If the phone goes off, it will disturb everyone in the room. Can you all hear me at the back without the microphone? Yes. Audible? Okay. So for this breathing technique, we'll be doing some forceful breathing a little bit. So if you need a Kleenex or something, you can just raise your hand. One of our volunteers will pass it around. Anyone needs a Kleenex or something? You don't have to take it, only if you need to take it. Just in case, yes. You can just raise your hand if you need one.
Ini pun. You're fine. Please go ahead.
Okay. So this breathing technique, it's called the bellows breathing. It's like, have you seen the blacksmith, how it pumps air into the, fire and all? If you have a fireplace at your home, you're stoking fire and air into the fire. That's what we'll be doing with the lungs. You're taking a lot of oxygen in. It's very good, it instantaneously, this technique very quickly energizes you. So what we'll do is we'll have loose fists by the shoulders. Let's all do it. And as you breathe in, the hands go up and the fists open up. As you breathe out, hands come down and the fists close. Got it? There's a trick to do it. Your hands are going up and down at a moderate pace, and you're breathing in and out forcefully. So it is like. Right? So, over a period of so many years, my participants have taught me different variations of this breathing technique. Would you like to see some of those variations? The first variation I've learned is this. So when you're doing this, your face is relaxed. Yeah? You're breathing it out through your lungs. Yeah? The second technique I've learned is this one. We call that the cheerleader breathing technique. The third one is like. So hands don't shake when they go up down. The fourth one is a lazy one, so it is like. You want to see a real lazy breathing technique?
Yes.
So these are the variations we will not be doing. Yes. So what we'll do is I'll guide you through a few rounds of this breathing technique. Throughout the whole thing, we'll be sitting with our eyes closed. And once we are done, I'll just continue. I'll ask you to continue sitting with your eyes closed, and I'll guide you through a short meditation. Yes?
Yes.
Can you all hear me at the back?
Yes.
So let's close our eyes. Let's have loose fists by the shoulders. Just a normal breath in and breathe out. And breathe in, out, 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 in, out. Hands up, down, up, down, up, down, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and relax. Keeping your eyes closed. Rest your hands on your knees, palms facing the ceiling, and just relax. And breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, up, down, 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 and just be aware. You are in complete acceptance with your surroundings. Become aware of your physical body. Your body is a wonderful gift given to you by nature. Take your attention to your feet. Knees, thighs and hips. Abdomen, stomach. Chest, shoulders and hands. Throat, face, and your whole body. Become aware of your whole body. Take a breath in and breathe out. Become aware of your thoughts. Good thoughts or bad thoughts. Whatever thoughts are coming, you're just aware. You're just being a witness. Do not resist any thoughts. You're just observing them. Good thoughts come, let it come. Any bad thoughts come, just let it come. You are in complete acceptance of your thoughts. Take a breath in and breathe out. Become aware of your feelings. Good feelings or bad feelings, just be aware. You are just peace and joy. Peace and joy. breath in and breathe out. Another breath in and breathe out. Become aware of your emotions. Become aware of your thoughts. Become aware of your body. Become aware of your surroundings. Take a breath in and breathe out. Slowly and gradually, when you feel complete, you may open your eyes. Was it good? You know how long it was? 24 minutes. It's nice, right? Take the question. I would like to invite some of the folks who have taken this course to come here and share their own experience, how it was for them. Uma, you want to come and share?
Hello everybody. My name is Uma Vishwanath and I work as a team leader in AT&T. So I will share a small story with you all and I'll take you to 2014. I was at the pinnacle of my career. I used to report to the CEO of Siemens. I was a corporate trainer giving guest lectures in several universities, an international speaker in several conferences. I have a very lovely husband and a beautiful child. So I think many of you can relate with me, a mother, a wife, a working professional. Outwardly, while it would seem, wow, kind of a thing. So what I knew was the amount of stress that was building up inside me was huge, tremendous. I could relate to a couple of people who said, how we strive to be perfectionists. That was exactly what I was doing. I wanted to be the perfect mother, perfect wife, the perfect, working woman, perfect. And so the stress kept on building in me. And so what happens? It just started coming out in very wrong, negative ways. The first victim was my husband. You might have guessed it. So I was very irritable, I was totally stressed out. I was just not able to enjoy with my son. He's a beautiful child. It was like sitting there and everything would seem kind of a chore. Nothing seemed nice. And this started taking a very big toll on my physical and mental health. Stress, like I said, I was totally irritable and, I would start crying at little things. And then my physical health, I was falling sick very frequently. Antibiotics every month, every 1.5 months. My monthly cycles were very painful. Painkillers every 2 days, 3 days. That was not the kind of thing, or that was not the kind of life I wanted to lead. And luckily for me, my sister introduced me and brought me to one of the sessions like this. And after the talk, I signed up for the happiness program. Trust me, that has been the best decision of my life. I would consider that was the best gift I gave myself. So the course, it taught me some very simple breathing techniques, a part of which Shalin made us do today. And on practicing every day, I could see the stress levels coming down dramatically. It just got flushed out, like flush, and it just got, poof, it goes there. So I became very calm, and this directly had an impact on everything of my life. My productivity at work increased drastically. My friends started asking me, I actually did my master's with a 4-year-old son and full-time job. So I taught the class actually. So they started asking me, how? It's like everybody has 24 hours, right? How do we become so productive? These simple techniques, the energy levels, it boosted up like this. And I can very proudly tell, it's been 4 years since I took antibiotic, painkiller, any kind of medication. I'm really proud of that, because that was something I didn't like it at all. So yeah, that is how my life has been transformed. And I'm sure many of you can relate with me, as moms, as working professionals, and that strive for perfection. We tend to be very hard on ourselves. And these techniques help us to live life in a better way. I'm still very productive at work. I still do a very good job at work. I'm happy with my family. And yeah, so I really want to invite you all to experience what each one of us have inside us, which is happiness. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Beautiful. Don, would you like to share?
Hello. That was very impressive. Check on first. So, my name is John Shivan, and it's the first time I've ever done this. I own a floor covering business in Stoughton, Massachusetts. My 2 brothers, we have 150 employees, and so I just want to, when we were doing that breathing thing, it just reminded me, let's go back 4 years ago, September 1st, I was sitting in a room like this, and I did that. And so let's go back, so we're today, we go back 4 years ago in Montreal, Canada. I'm on a business trip, been married for 23 years, I have a beautiful 21-year-old daughter, great business, life looks unbelievable. And the business trip ended on a Friday night. I would get home on a Friday night, but I was moving out of the house the next day, so I was getting divorced. And so there was just no rush to get home. And I'm in Montreal, and I don't know what to do. And I had all kinds of thoughts. Montreal can be a pretty fun place. And those thoughts weren't the most pure thoughts in the world. So I decided to go to a meditation meetup because I figured I might maybe meet somebody there. And I had, it was like August 31st. It was really hot. I dressed nicely because I wanted to look good. I had not, in 26 years, I had never, talked to another woman as far as, so I was really out of practice. I had no idea. I just saw meditation. I figured, I knew meditation, classy, people, didn't want to. So I get there, and it's really hot, dressed, and and we did this on our knees, that thing we did today, and I hated it. It was hot and it was sweaty. So it just brought bad memories. And like, okay, when's this thing gonna end? And then I went up to a girl half my age, and it was the worst. I think I asked her to dinner, and I just vomited on her. And she looked like oh, this poor man. And I was just, I wanted to just run, and I met this guy, and I just somehow met this guy. He seemed nice. He was 25 years younger than me, Indian. We had nothing in common, but he was really nice. And for some reason, I just told him what I did. I said, "This is why." I told him the truth. I'm pretty honest. And he laughed, and I thought it was really funny. And he didn't judge me. He didn't, but he even told me where I could go, where I might meet somebody. He's really cool, And I just really appreciate that. I didn't feel judged. And then he told me, by the way, this is art of living. I've never heard of art of living. I'm white. Most of my lifetime, I've never heard of art of living. So he became a good friend. And over the next few months, he was a powerful example to me. And I said, "What's it called?" He goes, "Art of Living." And he said, "We actually offer this happiness course." And he set me up with something in Boston. It was 4 years ago this Thanksgiving, and I wound up, because of him, I took the course. And I can, so we had learned that routine, and it wasn't hot, and the windows were open, and the teacher was nice, and I've been doing that every single day since Thanksgiving. But somehow sitting here today, I was hot. So I was just kind of like, because I just brought back, so if you didn't love it, don't be afraid. And so that's, so I did the course, and it was a very small course. And I just got exposed to this art of living, and I like it. And, I got divorced, and it was painful and what have you. And, but I did, my ex-wife and I said, I want to try to make this a soulful divorce, and people would laugh at me. And we kind of got there, we got it done, but we definitely, 4 years later, have a soulful post-divorce, and I can say that that I invited my ex-wife today, she thanked me, so we're not married anymore, but we have a good relationship. We have a beautiful 25-year-old daughter, and so I've been just doing this every day. I don't know physiologically why it works, but all I know is, look, life isn't perfect, but I'm 1,000 today than I was 4 years ago. And all I'll say, when we took the course, remember that we're doing one of these breathing things, and our eyes were closed, and somehow I just, saw this thing of like our life, I saw this beautiful path, but it was full of debris, like crap, leaves and stuff, and somehow when I was breathing, all the crap and debris just went away. And I was like, well, that's what, our life gets kind of, every day more crap and debris kind of gets piled on. And I just realized, I got this technique, I can blow it away, and that's what I saw when I took the course. And so I just keep doing it. You brush your teeth because it works. I do this course because it works. And so I'm going to wrap it up. I think anyway, I do it. Life isn't perfect, but I get to do this meditation technique every day. And now I'm a volunteer. This is my first time doing it, and I'm willing to answer anybody's questions afterwards about what it's like being a person that does this practice.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Who else would like to answer? Would you like to share?
Oh my God, John, that was amazing. Hello everybody, my name is Anshul Behel. I am a doctor, currently pursuing dermatology at Boston Medical Center. It's really nice to see so many people, so many happy faces. I did my first course in 2014, surprisingly, like both of my friends here. And I've been a part of this loving Art of Living family ever since then. As a child, I was a very emotional kid. I was very sensitive to what everybody would say about just any comments. I would take it to the heart. I put a lot of pressure on myself to perform academically. I was a bright student, but still I did that. And I was also not the most body confident person. I was always self-critical. So looking back now, I feel like I had a blessed life and I should have been happy, but I was just so dissatisfied with myself. And I looked for satisfaction, I looked for happiness outside. And I found it in a person. And initially we were best of friends, and then we started dating. And in 2014, after nearly being together for 7 years, I realized that after something bad happening, that it wasn't going to work out. And I was devastated, you know. After so long of being together, I'd stopped identifying myself as an individual. I'd become a half of something. And that's when I found out about art of living. And the more I read about the happiness program, the happier I got. I was like, this is what I need, you know? This is going to be it. And I had such high expectations when I went in for my course. And believe it or not, like, the course met my expectations. I came out happy. I came out so positive. I was strong. What I did not expect was to feel this way 4 years later as well. And it's amazing. Like, medical school is not the most stress-free environment. And I've used art of living as a cheat code. Like, before every single big exam I had, I would do a repeater course. And my friends would call me up and they would be panicking, they would be crying. And I was better off. Like, I wouldn't say that it was an easy sailing, but it was like smooth waters, you know. So last year, 2017, I finally broke up after 10 years of being together, and at my stage, that's like nearly half of my life. I'm not that young, but still. So, and I remember my mom like sitting me down like 2 months before it was, 2 months after it was officially over, and she was like, Answer, like, you're not sad, you know, like there's been such a major change in your life, and don't bottle anything up inside, that's not healthy. And I was like, Mama, there's nothing bottled up. I'm fine. I realized that it's wrong for me to be dependent on somebody else for my happiness. You know, it's my responsibility to be happy. It should come from the insides. And when I realized that, I took charge. That is what art of living taught me. That I'm responsible to keep myself happy. And please don't think that this is something you should do when you're sad. You know, it's not for depressed people, it's not when you're going through a difficult time. Just decide to do this if you want to make your life even better than you've ever seen it before. Because you get clarity. I do this sky technique mostly every day, and I get up feeling centered. I feel so focused, I feel strong, and that's the best mindset to be in every single day. So that's my story. Thank you so much for listening.
Saturday and Sunday, it is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So while you're here, I want you to take your mind back to the time when you were in high school. So when you were in high school, what was that thing? You know, what is that next thing that once this happens, I'll be happy? What is that next step in your life? College. Yeah? Once I get into good college, I'll be happy. You get into good college, then what comes next? Yeah. Once I find this perfect job, I'll be happy. You start working and you think, you know, is this all there is to life? Working day and night like what? Like a dog, machine, donkey, whatever you're comfortable with, yeah? There has to be something more to life. So you start, you know, you have a job, and what's the next thing in life that comes? Relationship. Yeah, once I find this perfect partner, I'll be happy. So you find a partner, and the next thing is like, okay, once I have kids, and when you have kids, the whole cycle starts with the kids. Once my kids grow up, I'll be happy. Once they settle down, I'll be happy. You know? So if we see, we constantly keep postponing our happiness. Have you observed that? That is a tendency, keep postponing our happiness. You know, last year I ordered a new iPhone, and it was going to take 2 weeks for the phone to arrive. So I was so much looking forward to the new iPhone. So when the new phone came, I was so happy for 2 days. After that, my mind was like, okay, what next? If the happiness was in that gadget or the dream vacation, or the dream house, or the dream car, you'll be living happily ever after. But does that happen? No. Why? Because whatever it's funny, there's a lot of science behind it actually. Anytime we associate our happiness from something outside, it is something within you which it gets triggered that makes you happy. So it's your inner self which is actually giving you the happiness. So you do this breathing, meditation and everything, it teaches you to be happy from within. And it's not just, we all have heard be happy, do this, do that. Not just as a concept, but as a practical reality. Can you all bring your hand like this? One right hand like this. You have to repeat after me. Yeah? Ups and downs.
Ups and downs.
Slightly more enthusiastic. Ups and downs.
Ups and downs.
And ups and downs.
And ups and downs.
In life.
In life.
Is the art of living.
Is
a part of living. Smiling through the ups and downs.
Smiling through the ups and downs.
And he's smiling, you say. Smiling through the ups and downs.
Smiling through the ups and downs.
And ups and downs.
And ups and downs.
In life.
In life.
Is the art of living.
Is the art of living.
Got it? Whose life doesn't have ups and downs? Everyone's lives have that. But how to sail through it with a smile? That is an art. That is a skill. This nature of the mind, you say this, the nature of chitta of the mind is to cling to negative. What's your name? Moria. Suppose Moria goes to a party and she meets so many of her friends, and so many of her friends come and give Moria so many compliments. Oh Moria, you look great today, your hair looks amazing, your dress is gorgeous. And one of her friends comes and says, Moria, you look great, but your shoes don't exactly match your dress. That night when you leave the party, what is that one thing that Moria will definitely remember? Shoes not matching their dress, right? That is how our mind works. There may be 10 good things, but 1 or 2 bad things that you have going on in your life that takes up all of your mind space. Happens or not? Yes. That is a tendency of the mind. We have 20% unhappiness in life, we keep chewing onto it, make it 200%. So when you do this breathing techniques and everything, it changes that tendency of the mind. So you look at the life the way the life is. Would you all like to play a fun game? Yes. Yes, yes? Yes. So quickly find a buddy. Pair up with one person. Just one person. Find a buddy. If you're looking for a buddy, just raise your hand. We have, yes.
Thank you so much, bro.
Anyone looking for a buddy? Yes. Okay, one person back there. Anyone else looking for a buddy? You have a buddy? Okay, looking for a buddy? Alright, so we have one person here. That's right. Would you like to have empty chair?
Alright.
Huh? No buddy? Okay. Anyone else looking for a buddy? Nikhil, okay. Okay, Nikhil, you can go there. Very good.
Here.
Yeah, it should not be that complicated to find a buddy. A lot of people in the room? Yes. Okay. We're going to play a fun game. So with each pair of buddy, there's one person is A and the other person is impressive. Yes. The other person is B. Yes. So the person with slightly longer nose will be A, the other person will be B. and if you have a tie, you can ask your neighbors. Yeah, if you have a tie. So every pair has an A and a B? Every pair has an A and a B? Yes.
So how we play the game? So what A has to do, can you hear me at the back? Yes. So what A has to do, come what may, A has to clap. Yeah? Don't start yet. So, come what may, A has to clap. A is doing their job the best if A keeps clapping. And the job of B is super important. Come what may, you have to stop A from clapping. So now A has to be really there, right? And no matter what, A has to clap. So if he is holding your hands, you can clap with your feet. But you can do whatever it takes, but A has to keep clapping. What does A have to do? Keep clapping. All the A's, raise your hands. And what does B have to do? Stop. Keep clapping. So all the A's will start clapping now.
And B has to stop A from clapping. It's time for revenge. So now B has to clap and A has to stop B from clapping. All the B's raise their hands. So B starts now. Let's go. Give a big hand each one of you. What did you learn from this game? What's that? If you're happy, if you're happy, nothing outside can stop you. Right? Very true. Very true. What else? Collide. How's the collision? Let it clap. Yeah, right? You're good, very good. What else? What else?
Nothing can stop you.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when you really want to do something, you just do it, right? Nothing outside can stop you. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the perseverance of my partner, he was clapping with his head and his chest.
Perseverance, right? Yes.
This idea perfectly stopped me from clapping, but in my head I was still clapping.
So, you know, that's how enthusiasm should be in life. When you're asked to clap, you just clap. You guys were so creative. I mean, in the audience, I saw this, I saw this. I mean, you clap. That's how enthusiasm should be in life, folks. You know, anytime you want to do something, especially something for ourselves, there will always be situations, people, sometimes our own mind, telling us, you know, maybe not, maybe later. But our enthusiasm should be such that we just go for it. You know, anytime I talk to people about the happiness course, I encounter 3 types of people. The first type of people are like, you know, this is great, I can really use this tool, sign me up. When I first heard about the course, I was in that, you know, category. Like, you know, this is great, I can definitely use this. The second type of people are, you know, this course is very nice, I really want to do it. I'll do it when I have some more time. You know, in winter I'll have time, in spring I'll have time, next year I'll have time. Or when the planets align, I'll do this. The third type of people are, you know, this course is perfect for my wife, for my boss, you know, for my neighbor, not for me, you know, I'm good the way I am. So tell me, there's not going to be a perfect time for you to do it, you know. I teach this almost every weekend, and every time I teach this course, I encounter someone on the other end who comes to me and says, you know, Shalin, I'd heard about this course about 6 years ago. At that time, I really heard what I liked, I really liked what I heard, and I thought, you know, eventually I'll do it. Since then, 6 years have passed. In these 6 years, I've been through so many tough times, you know, hard times. Life has taken a toll. You know, had I had these tools in my life, I would have gone through those tough times with maybe a much bigger smile, with much more grace. But instead now, I have blood pressure, stress, anxiety, whatnot. So there is never going to be a perfect time for you to do it. You have to make your own happiness a priority. Yes? Yes? You have to make your own mental well-being a priority. Yes? You know, as John was sharing, you brush your teeth every day, that is dental hygiene. Do your breathing, meditation every day, that is mental hygiene. Nowadays, you know, as per the United Nations study, the biggest epidemic in the world today is the mental diseases. And it's about time we become aware of our mind. You know, you don't have to wait until something happens. You know, it's about time you do something to keep our mind also happy and healthy. Don't you agree? Yes. And you have to make your own health a priority. Yes? Yes. So you can reach out underneath your chairs and you can take out the registration cards. You can sign up for any of the courses. If you have any questions, you can ask any of our volunteers. And we have some delicious refreshments today, so make sure you help yourself before you leave today. Yes? Thank you very much.